The government sees its proper role as creating a competitive environment for industry and, by strategic intervention, helping to create competitive companies. We know that we must be a nation which makes things and sells things in the international markets of the world. We should be proud that we now compete in areas we once thought were beyond our capacity.
Every day, all Australians benefit from our participation in the international space community. And yet there is little recognition that a space industry actually exists. The general perception of Star Wars, deep space exploration, gigantic rockets, and billions of dollars in government expenditure now belongs to an era that has passed. Across the globe, the space industry has adopted a change in focus, a desire to see space techniques contribute to the solution of earthly problems, to offer tangible commercial benefits, and to deliver cost recovery in the process. For Australia, this presents a window of opportunity, a chance to capitalise on a growth industry with real commercial gains. Like most nations, Australia is now dependent on space-delivered products. They play a vital role in our everyday lives. For example, through Intelsat, Australia has worldwide access to international communications. Inmarsat provides maritime and aviation communications along with mobile services, while Landsat, NOAA, SPOT and ERS-1 provide remote sensing data for Earth monitoring. Australia spends about $700 million annually on space goods and services, much of which is imported, with an adverse effect on our balance of payments. Data on the behaviour of ocean currents and surface winds is used by petroleum exploration companies and various fishing industries. Shipping companies also use the information to select routes that are both fuel and time efficient. Australia also has its own telecommunications and broadcasting carrier with the Optus B satellite. For major commercial enterprises, asset management is of vital concern. Earth monitoring allows manufacturers to track the movement of expensive cargoes. Major retailers can also benefit. One leading supermarket chain uses satellite links to transmit regional stock and finance information overnight and background music to all stores by day. And TABs throughout the country have information services delivered in real time. Much of the advanced technology in communications and computing has in fact been delivered from space research. There is a universal trend to increase private industry participation in space goods and services, but the confidence of investors depends heavily on the formation of government and private sector partnerships. Already in Australia, there are many private sector companies working in cooperation with governments. Together, they've developed new techniques and applications, with Australia now producing ground stations, optical instruments, satellite payloads and telemetry control systems. Australia has already invested considerable time and money to provide a framework from which our industry can grow. We have many space-qualified companies, along with significant space-related research and development programs. We are capable now of building and launching our own rockets and satellites. There is no doubt that Australia's expenditure for many services would increase if it were not involved in the global space community. The Bureau of Meteorology, for example, receives daily weather data from a number of countries, including Japan's GMS satellite, and in the near future, China's Fengyun 2. Access is provided free in exchange for the use of Australian technology and services. A ranging station built in Victoria contributes to keeping these satellites positioned in orbit. Put simply, this $700,000 investment saves access fees valued at around $30 million annually. Space products are changing. As the computer and telephone have evolved, where mainframes have given way to PCs and notebooks, and large exchanges to miniaturized digital units, so too have space products moved towards new technologies. Today, they carry with them a responsibility for performance and commercial viability. Also, the declassification of many military programs allows an important transfer of technology, making systems available with higher performance and lower entry costs. The advent of low Earth orbiting satellites has meant the development of new markets. Some of the world's major companies are planning new global satellite systems using small satellites to deliver a vast range of telephony, data and Earth observation services. Motorola's Iridium project will involve 66 satellites at a cost of $3.4 billion. Teledesic is a $9 billion proposed system of 840 satellites. Globalstar plans to place 48 satellites in orbit with a proposed investment of around $1.8 billion. This is just the tip of the iceberg. These projects will need launches, replacement satellites, ground support and value-added services. Australian business is well positioned to compete in this global market because while the total costs of these systems are large, the individual unit costs for the various components are small. For example, an Optus satellite is about 1,200 kilograms and is the size of a small bus, whereas the proposed Orbcomm satellites will weigh 45 kilograms and be the size of a television set. The extra demand for light satellites will mean extra pressure on existing world launch sites. Australia offers geographical advantages as well as large areas with low populations. These are ideally suited to launch and recovery. There are two available launch sites, Darwin and Woomera. Darwin, being close to the equator, is suitable for equatorial orbit launch, while Woomera is ideal for a polar orbit launch. Also, our political alliances, together with our non-proliferation credentials, are likely to facilitate the transfer of sensitive technologies. Our space-related activities offer development and economic growth. It is costly to rely on the space programs of other nations. Australia needs to maintain a position of strength. We are provided with worldwide access to vital information. We are also offered the opportunity to sell our goods and services to an ever-widening global audience. The commercial potential of the space industry may indeed be equal to that of telecommunications. The window of opportunity, however, will close, for there are other countries currently looking to provide launch services. And it is accepted that with launch services will come other associated industries. We must act now to capture the maximum national benefit for all Australians.